Okay, welcome to this 1986 Toyota 4Runner project. Now, if you're not keen on watching every single episode, they do get a bit long and I go into all the details. If you don't want to see all the details, we're going to do a wrap-up video of the whole project at the end, so make sure you hit subscribe. You can be notified when that one comes out. Okay, so we've got the car looking good on the outside, but it's what's on the inside that counts, and what's on the inside that's really going to keep us having our adventures rolling. Now, the previous owner, he'd owned it for about 9 years, but never really driven it. He turned it over a few times, so we really don't know what the quality of all the oils are, what the quality of all the seals are. Probably deteriorated over time. So just to make sure we're starting with a fresh slate, we're going to give it a whole service, change all the oils, and have a good baseline for our next adventures. And then we know what our servicing schedule is going to be like coming up. Let's get cracking. The first chapter of us getting this 4Runner back on the road. Now we're going to start off about as easy as it comes by doing the
air filter.
Yeah.
One of the most important items of the vehicle.
You know it.
One of many.
Adam, do you want to have the honours?
Yes, let's unbox her, eh?
Let's hope there's an air filter in there.
Woohoo! Hey!
Oh my god, look at that.
Let's hope it fits.
Let's hope it fits. Alright, let's go.
Let's hope it fits.
That must be said, we are both not mechanics. Self-confessed, very
Enthusiastic.
very average mechanical knowledge. So bear with us as we work through this rejuvenation.
Lid comes off. That's a win.
So undo this wing nut. Take the old one out.
There she comes.
That looks like a different size, doesn't it? So this is the air filter we were sold. This is the air filter we need. Bit of a size difference. That's the problem with these old cars. They look them up on their system and they think they've got the right one and not the right one. Okay, we're back. We've finally got the right air filter. Luckily, this one was $25 cheaper than the wrong one they gave us, so free money, baby. Let's put it in. Put this little silly, jeez, that bounced far. One, two, three. Just like that, our car can breathe nicely again. Move on to step 2, spark plugs. Why do we got to change the spark plugs?
Fingers crossed. To, you know, get it to burn right in there and...
Yeah, what happens to old spark plugs?
They go old.
You know, they get coated up with carbon on these little tips.
Yes, yeah.
And they don't spark well. So we want it to be sparking well. The spark plugs, this is a spark plug. It ignites all the fuel inside the engine bay. To change that, we need a special spark plug socket, which is a lot deeper than a normal socket, and then just our normal socket set. Here we go, spark plugs. We follow these spark plug leads. Now, actually what we want to make sure we do is don't pull all these off and then not know which order they go back on. So we'll do them one by one so we can put these back on. So number 1, we've already pulled that off. Oh, jeez, it's on tight.
Yeah, we should have loosened it before we started filming this.
No, just edit this bit out. Oh, I have to get the big one. Because you got to be real careful not to...
Should I stop recording?
Break anything there, because that will go into the engine bay and kind of stuff everything up.
We're back with the bigger tool. Hey, much easier.
Careful to not let anything fall into the engine bay. So I reckon you want to get these in and out as quick as possible. What is this extra thing around it?
The shroud is coming out with it.
Is it supposed to come out with it?
What do you think?
Yeah, those are the same. Excellent.
Shroud's going in, or whatever you want to call that. Yeah, the cover.
Okay, now we'll tighten her up.
Like a surgeon. Not focusing on that, but anyway. That was just a blur.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
Hey, finally.
I think.
First one's always the hardest.
They do say that, don't they?
What you got, but reasonably tight.
Tight until it feels quite tight.
Yeah, I think that's good there, hey?
Yeah, there we go, that's it. Alright, so that's the first one done. We just 3 more to go.
Alright, 24 hours later, the final spark plug is
24
going
hours?
in. No, 20 minutes. You wouldn't know. We just speed this up. All it took was 3.5 minutes. She is all ready to go. Test drive number 2 for the day.
Okay, so we've changed all 4 spark plugs now. Let's see if it starts. Not in gear, is it? Spark plugs. Who would have thought? Okay, quick mechanic break just to check up on one of our visitors. Meow. Okay, so we've done the spark plug, so we're making sure it's sparking real nice and clean. But now we need to make sure that what we're sparking is clean as well. We got to make sure all the fuel going through the engine's nice. So what do we got to change?
We are changing the fuel filter.
Easy.
This little guy, which is that little guy. So you've got to take these clips down a little bit.
Oh yeah, let me see.
We should put a little container underneath to catch some of the fuel.
Oh yeah, okay.
Perhaps.
Well, let's do that. We're not going to do that?
Yep, we will. I'm just going to pull the other clamp down.
Oh yep, good call. Something like that?
Yeah, yep. So this one might be a bit tight on there, won't they? Might want to prime,
Show you on a bit of WD-40.
prime open.
When in doubt, WD-40 baby.
I thought it might have not been good for rubbers.
Just
Good for everything.
spray a little. It's good for everything.
Good for all applications. Beauty. Okay.
Soften up the rubber. That's the cool thing about these old cars, isn't it? Everything's hard. Rely on a bit of WD-40 to loosen up the rubbers. If you come down and have a little look, fine. So we got this one loose, we got this one loose, and now we just pull them off. Now remember which way this arrow is pointing, because we need a new one to go into that. For in and out, for out. Wait, put her back on this. Pick up that bit. And we have a nice new fuel filter. Oh, check my phone, maybe that's my... Boom. Yeah, 2 jobs done.
Excellent.
2 out of 3. Woo! We feel so manly now.
Oh, first try. He doesn't like that.
Alright, so we're going to do some of the oils and fluids. We've got everything we've picked up the other day. We're going to work our way from the back to the front and get all this nice new clean oil into the car. Now the reason we're doing this is we don't know when the last time this was done on this car. It might come out all clean, but it might not. We don't know any of the service history of this car, and it's a 40-year-old car, so we figure we'll err on the side of caution and just do it all and learn something along the way. Okay, so here we are at the back of the car. We have our rear diff. Now we've got the filler plug, which actually looks quite new, and we've got the drain plug under here. So we need a 17mm for the filler plug and a 24mm for the drain one. Now I've got a socket. See if we can get it off with this by hand. If not, time to pull out the big boy. Now, as mentioned earlier, we're going to make sure we can get this filler plug off first, because if we can't get that off and we drain all the oil out, we are in trouble. Okay, let's get the big one out. I got it and hit my hand in the process, but that's just the way it goes. Yeah, this is my not very conventional method to open the bottom one. I was tightening it. Okay, so now we've loosened up this bottom one and the top one. We can undo the bottom one, turning it the right way. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, but when you're upside down, it's not always that easy. Okay, it's looking actually pretty clean, which is good. Now we'll set the plug somewhere here so we don't lose it. And we can open up this one so that it drains out a bit faster. Makes me need to pee. Now when this is out, you also want to inspect it for any bits of metal. It's got a couple of tiny little, it's a magnet, see? So if all the gears in here start chewing themselves up, well, the sump plug, I think that's what it's called, the diff sump drainage plug. If you pull this out and it's covered in bits of metal, those bits of metal have come from these gears inside here, and it's bad news. It's an upside down thumb for you. Luckily this one's looking pretty good. This oil's looking pretty clean. We can be relatively comfortable that this diff's still in pretty good condition. I'll wait for all that to drain out. Okay, so we've pretty much stopped oil coming out of here now. It's down to a slow drip. Let me know in the comments if you would have more patience than me and would wait another 10 minutes for all the oil to drain out, but from where I'm sitting, that's good enough. Right, so we've got that sump plug on. We're going to tighten her up with this big old breaker bar. This is our new diff oil. We're going to open this bad boy up. Oh, silver foil. I've been foiled. Now we're going to use this pump. I haven't actually used one of these before, but it should fit on here. Oh, god damn it. We even tested it in the shop to see if that would fit. Okay, still going to work. Next time buy the Penrite oil for the Penrite pump. Okay, so we're back under the car. Luckily there's heaps of room in here. We're going to put this little filler tube in, and even though this pump thing doesn't seal properly, we're just going to basically pump until the oil comes back out, which is going to take ages. Okay, so we've hit about the 2 litre mark and we're just starting to get a bit of oil coming out, which means we are full. Good news is that means that's all my pumping done. Reinstall this filler cap, and that's diff 1 done. Give this a bit of a spray and a wipe with some degreaser too, so that we don't get fooled into thinking it's leaking by this oil that's sort of hung up on it. Alright, rear diff done. Okay, so I'll be honest, I had to refer to the manual to work out where the filler and drain plugs were on the transmission and transfer case. Never worked on a 4-wheel drive before, so I believe I can do them both at once. That's what someone told me anyway, so I'm just going to do them both at once anyways. Man, the beautiful thing about 4-wheel drives is you don't have to jack them up to work on them. I can just slide under here and I've got access to everything. Identified our 2 sump plugs. Sump plug, filler, drain, filler, drain, filler. Okay, that's loosened. That's loosened. Wow, loosened. Okay, I'm back. We've loosened up both fillers and both drains, and I've gotten some containers out of the trash to put the plugs in, 2 separate ones, so I know which goes where. And now we're gonna get our fluid catches. Oh, that one's not gonna be big enough. I'm gonna need a spare case. Let that start draining out. Ooh. No metal on that plug. Catch this fluid. Yes, nice, nailed it. Well, I wouldn't say nailed it. I'll open up these filler plugs so that, oh yeah, look at that go. Oh no, that's gonna fly. Oh no, that's going too windy. Amy, can you get me a container of some sort? Oh no, that's an absolute disaster. It's put oil everywhere. Even another bin, a bucket or something. Severely underestimated how much oil there is in a gearbox. And that's full. Maybe just that red bucket. Okay, pro tip. Make sure you work out how much oil is going to come out and have enough containers to catch it all, which I definitely did not do. RIP cleaning bucket. Okay, we're back. Didn't spill much on the ground. Bad news is, man, I'm gonna have to hand pump like 10 litres into these. Okay, so this one has stopped draining. We can put the sump cap plug bolt thing onto here. Sump plug on this drainage plug on the transfer case. And I was trying to get it as tight as it was before, I guess. Just it kept spinning, and like a fool I kept tightening it, thinking it was maybe just compressing a washer or something. And we've gone ahead and stripped the thread. You can see all these little bits of metal thread that have come out attached to this. I'm going to have to consult another mechanic on that one to see how I can resolve that, because obviously if we have little bits of metal going through the transfer case, that's just going to completely destroy it. So we've hit another roadblock and it's all my fault. When I left you, we had unfortunately stripped the thread on this nut. I sprayed it with a bit of degreaser. It looks like it is leaking if you look closely. We do have a bit of oil coming out of there, unfortunately, so I've been recommended I could, since it is sealing a little bit, we can hopefully get by with using a bit of Teflon tape. Okay, see, it loosens up all right. Okay, we're going to give this a quick clean with degreaser and then wrap some tape around it. I have no idea how much this to put on, so I'm just doing about 3 wraps. Comment section's probably going to tell me I'm an idiot. Let's just see if we get lucky with that. Okay, that's nice and finger tight. Well, no, not finger tight, hand tight. Give this a wipe. We'll give that a little spray of degreaser and see if any oil comes out. Okay, let's see if it still looks like that in about an hour. Okay, so despite the absolute stuff up I've made, Got the transfer case, which we're going to sort out later. We're still going to do the front. Which way? Tight. Ooh, at least it moved. Okay. Couldn't get the glove on properly, but it'll do the job. So this is why mechanics get paid, especially if you're just going off a book and a bit of what you thought was common sense. Oh, remember to loosen up this one so it comes out nice. There we go. Didn't need to replace that, but better safe than sorry, eh? Okay, so we've drained all the front one out. We've tightened up the front drain plug, and now we're going to repeat the process on the front and pump diff oil into it until it starts coming out again. This front one shouldn't take as much either. Rumour has it, word on the street. Hey, there she goes. Tighten it with the breaker bars just to get it. I'm not going to hang off it, don't worry. Okay, that'll do. So we've done back diff, front diff. We've drained the transfer case and gearbox. Alright, thanks for watching the full service of the 4Runner. I forgot to record myself doing the oil change, but don't worry, that's something I'm going to do frequently, so if you want to see that one, let me know. Now, as I'm more than happy to admit, I'm definitely not a mechanic. I've got no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying to work this out as I go along, so feel free to leave your tips, criticisms, chirps, and piss takes of me in the comments, and follow along for the next episode where we fix the brakes.